All right, I'm currently on the phone with the members of Point of Contention, so I'm going to go ahead and give them each a chance to introduce themselves.
Do you want me to start? Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm Ricardo Maxis, and I am the lead vocalist in the band Point of Contention. I am 21 years old, and I like to do music.
Perfect.
I'm Celine Egan. I play keys in the band. I'm 24 years old, and I also like to do music.
Excellent.
It's following my response there.
I suppose I'll go next then. So I'm Daniel Porter. I'm 24. I'm the drummer and backing vocalist for the group. And I don't know, I teach drums for a living.
Hi, Connor, what about you? Want to share some life stories?
I'm Connor McGuinness. I play bass in the band. I'm 18 and I music and art for a living.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you all for joining me. We're going to start with questions about how kind of each of you got into music. So tell me a bit about what kind of the inspiration was for pursuing music in your life.
So for me, I've always just, I've been singing since I was very little. I don't remember it, but my mum was always telling me I used to sing Lady Gaga around the shopping store. So I guess I've always had it in me, and I've always done like little singing competitions in like primary school and all. So I think the main like point where I was really like, this is something I want to do, is when I heard Linkin Park and I heard their singer Chester Bennington sing, and it was like just his raw energy and his lyrics. It just like it completely inspired me, and I was like, I want to share my story. I want to sing, and I want to eventually pursue a career in it, which is what I'm hoping to do with this project here. So it's always been a part of me.
All right, who wants to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. Well, I didn't start learning music until I was 14, and I got some. I learned like self-taught piano for a year or so, and then I got lessons. But I guess I always played in one of those little car toy piano things for like babies. And then I played the triangle in primary school, and I just loved it, even though it was just a triangle. And then I saw a girl play piano, and then I kind of just fell in love with it, but then didn't get lessons or anything till years later. And then after about 2 years of playing piano, I started writing music myself, and then I just knew that music was what I loved to do after like writing music and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I suppose I'll go next then. So I mean, I don't remember when I really started drumming. I've been told it was very early and the pots and pans got abused. I have no memory of that, but I've been told so. I only started drumming when I was about 9, I think. I was still in primary school, I remember that. And I basically got taken to lessons because I basically couldn't stop pestering my church drummer enough. And it's been all uphill since there, I would say.
Okay, perfect.
I'm glad he hit the pans because he's a fantastic drummer, so...
I always kind of grew up around metal for like years. That's big in the Metallica, Slayer, all thrash and stuff. And I took a back step from metal for a few years. And at 12, I got back into metal a few months after I heard Master Puppets again. I started learning guitar and a bit self-taught on piano, a wee bit. And I started writing a few months after I started learning. I've been playing for like 6 years now. And then I started on the bass last year.
Okay, nice. So picking up a few different instruments. All right, that's great. Thanks for taking the time to go through all that. So let's kind of focus more on kind of questions regarding getting a band together. So tell me kind of a little bit from each of you. What do you think kind of the challenges are for putting a band together and then also keeping a band together?
Like, I guess it's all about having common ground and just meshing all of your ideas together and not conflicting. Like, I know I think all of us, we come from such different backgrounds as well, but we just get on so great, and we all love the music that we're making, and I think that's what's really important. It's hard, obviously, when you've got loads of people with so many ideas, and maybe there's conflict there, and everyone's wanting to put their thing in. But when you can get a project where everyone's on such a common level with what they want for the band, and when you're also willing to compromise as well and try make everyone as happy as possible in a way that obviously respects the music being made, I think it works very well. I think that's what we've got here.
Anybody else want to chime in on that? Throw in another perspective?
I'd also say, like, you actually have a passion for what you're doing, because like you don't want to just be involved in a project just for the sake of being there, and just to say it's like, oh, I'm doing this just to pass the time. You know, I actually want to be involved in an actual part of building something.
I agree with that as well. Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of already all hinted at this being something that you all kind of agree on, that it is a passion project for you, and that's kind of what has brought you all to kind of work together. Aside from that, what do you kind of perceive looking forward to be some of the challenges that you might face to continue to work together?
Well, from a creative standpoint, I guess maybe so me and Celine, the keyboardist, kind of wrote a lot of these songs a good while ago before we even got Daniel and Connor involved. So we've kind of just been working on like kind of like an EP with just these songs at the moment, with Daniel writing his drums and Connor adding his elements to it. So I feel like we haven't really sat down as a 4-piece yet and written something fresh together. So I'm actually very excited to see what that will look like. That's where it could get crazy, to be honest, like with us all throwing our influences. So, yeah, I think it'll go great because we do work really well together. I don't want to take the answer from everyone else. Any of you want to chime in more on that? What do you think?
I think you said it all.
Yeah,
that was my worry.
Covered it pretty well there.
Yeah, I think you covered it.
Okay, so you kind of touched on something there that is somewhat of an interesting dynamic there, where you mentioned that you and Celine wrote most of the songs and then bring everybody else in to kind of write more songs. Is this for like an initial album, or have you guys already put out music, and so you're kind of at the phase where bringing in new people isn't going to have such a sonic change to it?
No, so we basically we have like an EP planned as opposed to an album. I think it's better, especially when building a fan base or such, to have a small like stab of songs rather than like a full picture. More chance they'll get individual listens. Honestly, me and Celine don't really mind of a sonic change. We haven't released anything yet, so this is very much a fresh project starting now. I think it could do them well because we know kind of our elements well. Like Celine, you'll know the piano and how to write really good keys and then and structure as well. And same with me with vocal lyrics and all. We can have a rough idea of say like riffs and stuff, like a very basic beat or something, just to have like a demo to show the other guys. But them adding their own stuff, it absolutely doesn't hurt. Daniel, you and Connor, you'll be you'll know more about your parts than me and Celine will. So absolutely.
There's such a difference when we've written a song and it's just all MIDI, and then when Daniel adds his drums, it's just the songs just get so much better. And then Connor adds his bass, it just brings it completely to life. Whereas we have just a basic idea of the songs until we work on it all together.
I know from past experience working with various other artists, like I get a mixture of demos sent to me. I'd be like, "Oh, here's all the guitar riffs, but nothing else." I'd be like, I just get an open book to just play whatever I want, which I enjoy. But then it's like you guys have more of a sort of an idea in your head, so I have something to actually base myself around.
It's always more like structural and kind of like where drums would be like heavier or more dropped out. But we love Daniel just doing his thing anyway, because he's a great composer on drums as well. And so we don't want to take that away.
He has so many instruments as well, not just a basic drum set. Got loads of percussion instruments, so it's always cool to hear all of those.
And Connor's a great improviser on bass as well. He's added so much to one of the songs. Want to be our first single. He's added so much to it. One of the first rehearsals we did, and me and Celine were just like, "Wow, it seriously added so much."
Awesome. So, what I would like to kind of do is have everybody kind of talk about how the entire project came together. And what I mean by that is, obviously, two of you were already putting this group together and working on music, and then you had to go out and solicit other band members. So what was that process like, looking for other people? And then from the flip side of that, what was it like coming into this project with, a dynamic already in place?
I'll answer the fact of finding Daniel and Connor. I'll let Daniel and Connor answer the dynamic part, of course. With Daniel, it was very easy. I've worked with him on two other bands, and we always got on well. We worked well, really, together in both those projects, and I thought he was just perfect for this. So I floated the idea to him, and he was on board. And since then, so we do go back, like so. And with Connor, Celine's aunt, I believe, knew him and got him involved, and he sent in a tape, and he just blew us both away. And the rest is history. They're both in, and they both have to deal with our shenanigans.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say, it's like whenever you asked me, I was like, it was one of the easiest questions I've ever answered, to say yes to joining. So I'm happy enough to be here.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about where this is going. Tell me, like, what the trajectory is. You mentioned that you're just kind of in the phase of putting an EP together. What comes after that? Are you guys excited to get out and book shows? And then where is that going to lead to?
Totally. Well, I don't want to think too much about other EPs. It's really just get this one done. It's roughly about 5 songs. Could change. I want to be open to everything, I think, until it's out. Anyway, us guys at a rehearsal could jam something. We could be like, that fits perfectly. So but yeah, it's a rough idea, and I believe we're wanting to do one single and a music video with that, and just promote the heck out of it on TikTok, and just do gigs, book shows if we can, and from there just hopefully get heard, build up some sort of fan base. I don't know. We haven't discussed it really. I don't know about label per se. That's definitely discussions for that. But definitely whatever we can to get the music out there really is the plan.
Okay, and everybody else kind of on that same page?
Yeah.
This is when the guys are like, no, get me out of here.
No, we don't want to promote our music. It's that's very unlikely.
All right. Perfect. So where can people find Point of Contention as you're putting material out, and then follow you? So
I set up well in advance because I wanted to obviously get the name as well, just so no other Northern Ireland band had the idea of Point of Contention. So they were like, take that username. So we set up a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter or X account in advance here, so just under Point of Contention, and I can send you as well the exact usernames as well if you'd like, and then of course Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming services once stuff's released, and YouTube for videos and so we're hoping to be pretty much everywhere of the main ones.
We're hoping to have a website up as well at some point, maybe.
Perfect. Send me those links so I can make sure that they get tagged once the interview gets published and everything. So I always like to give the people that I'm interviewing the opportunity to put out their last message. So why don't each of you take a turn sharing a message that you think other people should hear?
Should I start, you reckon?
Yeah, go
I
for
feel
it.
like I've been over talking. I'm just kind of like that, I guess. um, just honestly, take care of your loved ones, your friends, everyone around you. Respect everyone, even if they have differing beliefs to you, and just take care of one another, because honestly, you don't know how much time you've got left in this world, and it's just important to have those bonds. It's a big thing we do write about lyrically as well. It's just mental health and love, relationships, not judging people, just the typical things, but hopefully they're unique enough.
Yeah, I would say just pursue your passion, whatever that may be. If you enjoy it, make that your own thing. And yeah, it doesn't matter what other people think about how you perceive.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
I've put you on the spot now.
You have, yeah. 'Cause I had that in my head the whole time. It's like, yeah, I'll say that, and then you go and steal my idea.
That's fair. If you have the same message, that happens.
Yeah, that, and probably just make sure it doesn't get ruined for you. If you have a passion for something and then you make a career out of it, or if it gets too stressful, just remember to always try and have fun with it as well. Because it can happen sometimes that you love something, then you make a career out of it, or it gets too stressful and then you kind of fall out of love with it. So just make sure to always remember where it came from and how much fun you had when you were starting. And yeah, probably.
That's a great message.
I'd say be yourself and don't let anyone stop you unless it's something super illegal.
I should have prefaced that with my one as well. Don't judge anyone unless they're doing something illegal.